I spent my last week entire to researching how AI changing the sales and marketing stuff, and it's not selling go GTM. And here I understand how much AI changed the whole landscape. And this is the whole docs. What I find out after researching like hundreds of article, understanding like tens of great posts on LinkedIn and YouTube channel, all the top voices. Here is what I understand what's happening right now. Let's go dive in. So this like which is the it's a docs, the full understanding that how outbound will change in the future. And that's not future, it's not talking about like 3 months, 6 months, not like 10 years like down the line. So little bit understand like how the old system is working right now. So it's the playbook is pretty much simple is that do as much volume you can and reach out as much you can on a target audience. And that's like if I give this example, let's use like fisherman analogy. It will make us understand it much better understanding than using like jargons like that. Let's suppose that you are a fisherman. Now, what are we doing right now? So, so now the old way you what how you do fish hunting is that you just send a big net in an ocean, just in a volume approach, and try to afford to just struggling, just shipping out and just getting all the needs right now. It's like a lot of effort, like putting in our seriously like putting all this STR, all the emails inbox, instant link, smart lead, all a lot of things in the one place. Then after that, what happened? The result you get with like a bunch of blade, and but from the bunch of blades, you only get one, two, three qualified lead. Like you get like CVs, like all this garbage that doesn't necessarily that have nothing, have no worth. So this is the old playbook, and the main point is that what's happening is that it's declining day by day. The main thing is that the conversion it's going day by day, the reply rates the going down day by day, because the main reason for is that if you understand the realistically is that everyone doing that, and the thumb rule of the market is that if everyone doing this thing, stop doing that. That's the whole thing, right? Everyone getting the same email like personalization AI with that same stuff. People are actually frustrated getting that email, and this is the thing we have to switch the gear. And the now now the new technology come right now. Now how the new AI era the selling work, because the selling will be in a printed media, in a advertising area, also in a AI era. Just the methodology will change a little bit different, more personalization. It's about that if you get not selling in one description, that selling selling the right person when they have a highest buying intent in the right time in the right channel. That's the whole philosophy. It's just we get like this, and so why this happening is that if you understand is that we get like a lot of real-time data. Let's understand deep on, then I go all out. So let's suppose that same fisherman strategy, but he have like a radar like that, ocean radar. Now he just figure out where his the big fish is on the radar. That he just figure out where it living out. Just big fish where the client, where's the big giant ICP client of them, and he just prepare that all the knots. He just put the knots. Okay, these are the small fish, these are the big fish. He just put the like targeting. Okay, I should focus on if this one is going this, I will target that. This is the he's doing that preparation all the while. Understand? Whenever then waiting for that, what happening in this start? Does the big fish is moving about or not? He just in a hiding a cell, and he just tracking the movement of the big whales on thing to just track them. And after that, immediately he move, he's just tracking down and just catch it. That's the whole point. That he have a radar and he's striking down and just get the fish. And that's the way he doesn't get the garbage, he get the real estate. And this is like a whole thing's like a fantasy. Okay, how we do that, but this is possible right now because of, as I said, the data availability and this whole AI technology that we can monitor each and every person in a very manner. We just find out what's happening in each place. Abundance of this whole knowledge, we can do this now. Now this is a small example. Now let's go with the example. Let us understand a little bit more in depth. Let's suppose that there is a company called Logitech, and this is like warehouse software. service for like 50,000 per year. That's their whole software. Now imagine how other person do, like the outbound strategy to them. They like grab all the emails address that's in a logistic and just send like little bit personalization in the top of the subject line and just blast a different sequences blast to all the warehouses. We do this save money, this is the value proposition, saves. What happened? More than less, we just I think like so that we getting like 1-2% more than less reply rate, right? And nearly the everyone ignoring that email because everyone's sending the same email, because you are not one company, everyone's sending the same email. That's why we have to approach a different way. So there's a three concept of this strategy that how we can do this account driven approach. First of all, we understand the TAM. I know a lot of people understand the TAM between sales and marketing, ICP and tiering. Just going to this how we implementing this strategy. TAM is it's basically a total addressable market, the universe that we can solve, and we have to very cautious that where we're solving. Like, if let's suppose that if example like Logitech is that all the logistic company that's high skill, that's a TAM. That's a TAM. That's a total addressable market. Now, what this new approach say that you should have all the list of the of TAM in your CRM, all the list of the people, companies in your TAM, our TAM in your CRM, because we are tracking all of them. We're tracking all of them that what they are doing. And this this took like a huge effort because like you how we can track 4,000 company and the system. Let's we go with the deep and we understand how we're doing that. This is not like we're doing very this is not like we're doing like some magical thing. There's a lot of tools we can do it in cost effective way. Let's suppose that he just have this script like 4,000 logistic company in North America. That's his whole tab. That's it. He want to just reach out to that. Now the next thing is that he provide clear that this is my ICP, like ideal client profile. If the company have this much revenue, this much this is the tech stack, and this is the use, this is the ideal fit. Then that get more benefit for our product. But so, but sometimes everybody's not an ICP because sometimes they have some other tech stack. We have to do something, but they buy. So, but the ICP is like ideal thing we have to be. This like we just find that the client which is closest to ICP, so we can it make selling easy. That's what we figure out. ICP we have to be very cautious about how we define the ICP. More clear we are, the more detail we are, like revenue, tech stack, geographic, all the stuff, the more accurate it will be. Now here is that we can prioritize like 4,000 lead like everything is this. There's no way you can do that right now in current condition. But what we do, we just tear it down. It's like three different parts: tier one, tier two, tier three. Tier one is like biggest thing. That's that absolute ICP, closest to ICP, with just tracking with highest budget, with perfect fit, also personalizing with whole human touch, all the stuff. This is the most important thing that for have because we just monitoring them all. And they have a second tier. That's a 500 company. That's the closest to it. They can buy from. That we are just approaching that. And after the remaining 3,000 are just like we're just focusing on that and just get our market share. That's all. And the main thing is that we just have hyper focus on this tier one. We have then we like hybrid in that with hybrid with this one, like automated email and personalized touch with the human little bit touch, human in a loop, and this like automated touch. That's right. Now Now, what we're doing is that we're just tagging the signals. Let's understand the signal a little bit. What is signal? Signal is just event what happening. That's like somebody's switching a job. That's a signal that something happened. Somebody implies like Calvio in their Shopify. That's a signal. They use email marketing. That's a signal that what why they implemented Calvio. They want to use email marketing. So that's a signal if somebody apply. Oh, okay, somebody comment in a competitive post that okay, what's the pricing of this things? That a signal that they want to buy that software. So these are different signals. So right now we just figure out in this whole signal part because this is a whole me holy grail of whole this strategy that we understand the signal and this we go to phase of like signal based marketing. That's the whole strategy. That we're understanding what happened. If this happened, this is the intention. That's all. Now, after understanding the signal a little bit more, I think that I also make a video on the signal. That's so good. We just categorize with a full example. It's a very good topic to understand. But let's to complete that. It's like a vast one. In a brief, you understand that event that meanings that have some meaning to your business. Simple. There's a multiple signal that somebody just liked the post. That's the signal, but it doesn't make sense that somebody congratulates. That doesn't make sense in comment. But someone saying that what's the price? Does he have A/B testing in that? That's a close and high intent signal. So we understand that even that actually affect us as a company. That's the whole thing. Now we just categorize the three signals in a different part, and it's as simple as that. We're categorizing like first, second, third party. Just understanding that the ground that first party signal is that's happening in our property. It's like our website or social media. Is somebody just checking our pricing page, because there is our tools that we can implement like RBLs to something like that. We can just track that who spend how much time in on page. If somebody is just spending like 10 minutes in our pricing page, also download the guide. That's the closest possibility. If it's not a competitor that's researching on, that's a different story. We have to just second we have to just research on that. Does it matching ICP? That's a different story. But spending time, they are closely to buying that. They have researching. They have intent to buy. That's the whole story. So this we can track that. Now secondary signal. We understand the primary. The first signal is that happening our own property, like owns our own YouTube channel, our own LinkedIn post, somebody commenting. That's a primary signal. The second signal is that our ecosystem. Let's suppose that we have held a webinar. Some this webinar that we just have a webinar for just how to do cold outreach, and people register that. And some of the people are they're closer. They want to learn the code even. Somebody also company founder or some team they want to learn because they want to upskill that. But if we get that data, if we analyze with the back end that okay, does this company rise in some outbound company and this stand, we can just figure out okay, this is matching to ICP. We can reach out to that. That's the back end enrichment. So we just figure out that what people are doing with this our ecosystem. We're tracking that people's. Does they register the webinar? Does they buy course? Does they push something in community? Some because there's like a trend of community right now. People are just having small community and they post like this is a problem that's like I have a problem like logistic have like problem like some community there is a logistic there's a logistic community like some people mention that okay this is the problem. I can't keep up with this thing. My inventory is wasting because I can't track the whole thing. The problem, the logistic problem. If we can track that, okay, these people have this problem, and we just know that this signal, we analyze that and understand. Okay, if then our software can solve that, we can reach out to people, and it's like helping the people. Then more about selling, because selling, I will say that is just solving the people problem. That's all. The more how the more bigger problem you solve a problem, the better you be. The simple. That's the start. So you understand this ecosystem, what happening in the community, outposts, all the stuff. Now the third party signal. That's happening just we track with third parties like LinkedIn, all the stuff. That's happening all over the world. That we don't have a control. Like somebody switching a job. That's the signal. Or somebody applying a new tech, like Calpio, I said. We can find build with. Somebody applying some software. That's a signal. There's a public information we can find this and we can act according that. These are the first, second, third tier signal. Like first is like having on property. Second is that having our ecosystem that we live. Third is like all over the thing that we can care about. Now there is one of the thing that's the little bit argumental thing that is like account based lead and account based then lead based and shifting. That we shift to account based than the lead based because this more applicable for the B2B part than the B2C. This is our B2B understanding that. Let's suppose that for warehouse, the logistic, that somebody from people like speeddelivery.co were happening three peoples. There are three peoples. Like intern just come and download a PDF. This is what's the company all about, interesting understanding. Let's suppose the IT guy just read a blog post like a feature of how you just use case of this company, how this just eliminating this particular problem. And now let's suppose that manager who just have a decision, just check a pricing base, and they do individual research because they have a meeting in their business, and this out, and the boss say that okay, just this is the problem, just figure out, and already doing different job. Now, if you're tracking this all, if you see three individual event, does not make sense. If somebody are down in PDF, there's not much signal that everybody can do. If someone reading a blog post, it's not much the signal, but somebody reading reply, it's a middle level, how much time is spent. But if we combine this whole, if we track in the account level, okay, we have like own database. That's we have a TAM. These people are there. That's the biggest thing we have. And so, okay, these are the people. This is related to the same company, Speed dot Delivery Co. And do this three stuff. Now this is the highest tier, and if you see that this the company Speed dot Co is the first retired company. That's the top 50 thing. You that's the best company ICP. Now the whole dynamic shift, and what we can do is that you just plus this high intent. Now we can do like signal based campaign. We understand, okay, these people are eager to apply this. Now we have to reach out immediately, just have automation that flag, okay, it's like okay, speed.co, speed delivery just go have high intent to buy. That's our approach thing. Now what do we do? This is a very different thing, right? This is like very vigorous to understand how this is the how the a mate and bone is like holy grail of this, that we just create like a specific ad, customized ad for their, we target them with the LinkedIn or the Instagram, wherever they use. There's profile on that maybe in the community there's live provide. We just add them, post on that. This is how new way to manage the warehouse. Simple. That's a simple strategy. Now let's suppose that we have an intern. That's immediately just send a connect to the manager that hires team and send okay, and just like a couple of posts, comment couple of posts, and just make a release asking that something like little bit like engagement stuff, encouraging them there. then then we just have a congratulation rule. If it is, if like this congratulation, if let's suppose that they also apply a new software, new rule for software, there's a higher sub software, we can congratulate also them. But and it's all going to down, if you're not understanding the email is just more going to relevance to the personalization. And I want to go a little bit speak about a little bit more about it, that people are personalizing the email, that okay, I see in this post, I see in that post, you have this much experience. That's the personalization part. That's a good label. If you're meeting somebody, that's a good label, but it will be very annoying if not relevance. That if somebody saying that okay, I do this much experience on that, but I don't know why you does what this mean. I already have in the LinkedIn. I will know that if someone read my post, it doesn't make. But it should be relevance, that if somebody just sorry for integration, like Calibio integration, and if saying that okay, are you looking for some, are you just looking for this email marketing stuff, some stuff, and just grow your outbound or relevance, they can it in intuit because it is relevant. Right now they are focusing on that. That's the part. And this is the more about the relevance. It's not like pure concept, but people are just moving a more relevance and more custom solution, more like problem solution stuff. That's part. Also, there's a one intriguing idea like that. Just send a direct mail if the tier one. Nobody doing that. Like the physical thing, then that non-scalable thing. If you do with the tier one, it's good. Like if someone just craft a personalized Loom video, that we do, a lot of people, Loom video properly understanding it with after proper research with AI, and just say okay, this is your problem, I understand, this is the thing where I get, this is problem and this is how it can solve, and let's craft like 3 minute video and send it to multiple channel. It have more potential to get lead than sending like 10 emails sequence to the 10 company. They have more potential, like scaling the unscalable. That's the part. Personalizing that we can do with the help of AI. Now, main thing is that after that, what immediately shift, that we're not annoying them because we're selling in the right time. Also, we're reaching the right problem and also referencing the right tag. That's on the right time when the highest buying intent. That's the whole stuff. And you can understand that's like hidden signals, all the stuff. And now, It's not. It's the whole. If you understand the whole summarization, it's to understand that humans will when they have high spike intent and how I reach out to them and be the relevant to that. That's simple. And here is a map, mind map. I understand some of the visual learner. You can see that. You can go through that. You can understand okay what's happening in that. It's very good because I also learn from this one. So, and this is the whole about I learned from this whole thing, and it can be applicable that it's actually working right now. We can use like signal based marketing instead, and it's more about so go research on that, understand that because it's a new thing. If you apply, you have a delta, and that's all. Go and just apply it. It's not take too much. Just hire out some GTM engineers and stuff, and let's do the stuff. And because then the right things to do is to be first mover. That's the thing. You have to just move fast in AI era, and use the AI as much you can, but in right way. Just not in a simple manner. That's good for like the personalized part. First line is very good for 2 year back and then, but right now it's commoditized. You have to move fast and fast and fast. It's like we have just turning this cycle you know the cycle, life cycle. The more it is like in internet era, it's like website comes like life cycle like a 5 years. It changes. Then will come social marketing, social media marketing, then email stuff. Then it's like personalizing webinar and community. Right now, there's a community stuff that happening. What going? The cycle is going to very low life cycle. It's like for 5 year to 2 year, 2 year to 1 year, then into the 6 months. So the more the main if you understand the whole psychology behind it, this is all about which change. This is all research. It's that adaptability, how we could adapt as a business owner. So this all I think you get a lot of knowledge. If you have any question, just ask in the comment. I will try to help my best to just answer this question and give you the proper answer. And that's all. Have a great day. Bye.